Hey guys, it's Tarkan back with another video. Thank you for watching. Let me get all the stuff out of the way first. If you are interested in a coaching session with me, you'll find a link down below in the description box. Also, you'll find a link for some affiliate products that might help you out further with your manifestation mojo. And also you'll find a couple of links, a Cash App link and a PayPal link where you can leave me a tip. If you want to leave me a tip as a little thank you for doing these videos, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, lastly, if you have not subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, please take a moment right now to hit subscribe, and I'll give you a second. Okay, good, thank you. So, yours truly decided to go to the beach yesterday and then lie down in the sand and fall asleep under the sun. So, in case you're wondering why I look a little bit like a tomato right now, that's why. I have a little bit of a sunburn, but it doesn't hurt. My friend, I was in denial about it. My friend said, no, you're definitely sunburned. And then she kept pushing my forehead like this. It's not happening now, but I guess you know that if you push it and a little white dot appears and it stays for a second, that means you've burnt yourself in the sun. But it was I had a great time anyway, and it was a wonderful day. And all of you out there, wherever you are in the world right now, get outside. Even if you're, I guess if you're in Australia or something, it's not spring right now. But hey, it's autumn, and autumn can be beautiful too. Get yourselves outside, damn it, and instead of sitting around wondering where your stuff is, a great way to really raise your vibration is to get your butt outside to a park, to a lake, to the beach, to the mountains, to the forest, wherever you can. I can't stress enough how important it is and how amazing it is to just get out of town every now and then and just, hop in your car or a friend's car and go somewhere else, a new environment. Go take off your shoes and put your feet in the sand, or even fall asleep in the sun and get a little bit of a sunburn like I did. Anyway, this is a brief one I wanted to touch on, and I know I keep having comments coming in. I'm going to address some of these in separate videos because some of the questions are kind of big questions, and I can't I wouldn't be doing them justice if I just lumped them all into one video. So I'm going to try to, some of these I'm going to really do sort of separate videos on as time goes by. And it's good because you guys are giving me material to talk about as well. Sometimes really it's hard for me to think about what should I talk about in this next video because, a lot of this stuff I know, I'm doing this for you guys. So if you let me know, like you have been, what's on your mind, what you want to know about, then that makes it easier for me to focus on certain areas with these videos and make them more interesting. So keep those coming, please. Thank you. But this is from Ophelia, and this is an interesting topic, and one I just wanted to touch on briefly. And she says, you, like other coaches, talk a lot about you can attract someone better. But if we can attract someone better, if you can't attract your specific person, how can you attract somebody better? You attract what you are. Just my thought, she says. Well, yes, and I want to actually really just briefly touch on that idea, at least from my perspective. I can't speak for other teachers and coaches and what they mean by that. But really the idea behind the whole you can attract somebody better thing is to just understand the perspective that right now, the person you have in mind, your ex or your specific person, is the most amazing, perfect version of the thing you want that your mind can muster up right now in the place that you're at the moment in your life, right? So here's the thing. They represent something to you. They symbolize something to you. And you may argue with me on this, but I'll tell you, I guarantee you that the case is always, 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 with anything that we want it only because of how we think we're going to feel when we have it. We're not after the person. You're not after the person. You're after what the person represents to you, the feeling that you're after. Maybe it's a feeling of security. Maybe you associate love with security. Maybe you associate someone loving you with your self-worth, right? All of these things that you want, that's what it comes down to at the core. And I can't stress that enough. If it's money, it's the same thing. How many of us attach our sense of self-worth to the amount of money that we have in our bank accounts, right? When we don't have enough, or we don't feel we have enough, we feel like garbage, or we feel we're not worthy, or we're ashamed of it, right? And the same thing applies to these relationships. Right now, a lot of you are coming from this perspective of, I need this person to show me love so I can feel good about myself. You're making them give you permission, or you're waiting for them to give you permission to love yourself, right? That's what this comes down to. And so right now, because you're not yet trained into the mindset of where you can love yourself without needing that feedback from everybody else all the time, where you can give that to yourself and understand that you are a valuable person, that you are somebody worthwhile, that you can generate love and then receive love back automatically. But the way you start is by giving that love to yourself, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Once you get down this road further, where you start understanding this concept, it really starts clicking with you. When you start loving yourself more and accepting yourself more for who you are, right? And that's the important part. This isn't about being narcissistic or selfish, because people, remember, people who are selfish and narcissistic are not coming from a place of self-love. If you are truly loving and accepting yourself, then you are automatically loving and accepting other people as well. So self-love is also giving to others. It's not just giving to you. Because don't you want to be a better person for that person to date down the road? What makes them going to want to date you? Right? If you just go into a relationship from the place of being needy and expecting the other person to carry the burden of you loving and accepting yourself, that's something that's going to make them run for the hills every single time. And I'm going to have to be a little harsh about this. That is something that, think about it if the shoe were on the other foot. What if they were needy and pushing for you to constantly contact them? If you're in a relationship with them and they're constantly needing you to prop them up, how would you feel about that? You wouldn't want to be in a relationship with somebody like that for very long, would you? Why? Because it's exhausting. It's enough energy to try to get yourself on top of yourself and then having to carry somebody else along the way the whole time. That's not a partnership. That's an addiction. That's an obsession. And that's not love. That's obsession and addiction. So you got to start thinking in these terms. I have to be the thing that I want. I have to be the thing that I want. That means I have to become the kind of person, not I want this person back. And I think I just left this in a comment with somebody else, or maybe I didn't. Not from the perspective of I want my specific person, but from the perspective of I want to become the person who dates my specific person. And from that perspective, what it is you encompass all the behavior, all the thoughts, all the actions, all the speech that you would adopt if you already were the person in a relationship with that person, right? So here's the thing, though. And to get back, I know I got off the rails a little bit there, but to get back to what Ophelia is asking me here and the comment she's making is to understand this, that right now, that's the best version that you can think of to represent this desire that you have, for this feeling that you desire to feel, for the state of mind that you desire to live in, is this person that you've made a symbol of this state for yourself. But as you become better at this manifesting stuff, and as you start to understand that it's about you and changing your ideas and your perspective on yourself and learning to accept yourself more and love yourself more, as you get further down that road, that's going to change. You're not going to need people who reinforce that in you all the time. So then you have more options, is what I'm saying. Now, it could be that that specific person will come back into your life, but once you get past the point of needing it to be them, all kinds of other possibilities can show up for you that you didn't even consider before. A person can show up for you that's so amazing, so awesome, that they would blow your specific person or your ex right now that you want so bad, you want back so badly right now, right out of the water. That you don't even think about them anymore. And you think it's not possible? Think about it from this perspective. Before you knew your specific person, there must have been a time before you ever knew of their existence, could you have imagined them coming into your life? Try to think back to that perspective and look at it from that perspective. Of course not. And at that moment in time, you probably didn't even really understand that such a person was out there, right? Or that you had the possibility, you had the ability to even bring a person like that into your life. But now that you do know it, you want so badly to recreate the same thing. This person is the only person who's like that. Well, nonsense. Of course they're not. They came into your life as a reflection of who you were at that moment, right? And to get that back, you need to become that person again. It's not about changing them. You're right about this, Ophelia. You are, how can you attract something better than who you are in that moment? But you can change who you are in that moment. And as soon as you open yourself up to the possibility that the next person who comes in, your next specific person, the next great love of your life, is somebody possibly that you don't even know yet, that you don't even have within your awareness yet, right? So the only thing that I'm saying with that personally, and again, I can't speak for anybody else, any other teachers or coaches, but from my perspective, when I say something like that, is you have to be open to the possibility, because you just don't know yet what you're capable of attracting into your life, right? I did this for a long time. I pined after this specific person, and I used all these techniques, and I was in the same situation that a lot of you guys are in right now. And then I got so frustrated with them and the whole situation. I said, screw them. And I adopted a new mindset. I said, you know what? If she doesn't want me, then maybe she's not good enough for me. Then I'm just going to hold out for somebody who does want me, who does treat me the way that I prefer to be treated. And boom, 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 about a month later, that person popped right into my life. It was like they just came jumping right in. Here I am. And guess what? They were much better than the person I had had my mind on until then. And they had qualities about them and treated me in a way that I didn't think was possible. It had been completely out of my realm of possibility or even perception up until that moment. So if I had continued to insist on it being that original person, I might still be sitting around pining after them. I might have never had that great new relationship with that new person that came in. But then I opened myself up to the possibilities, and something amazing happened. You see? And that's what we're trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't sell yourself short. You're just discovering what you're capable of. And you're gonna be so amazed once you get deeper down this rabbit hole, just at all the amazing things that can come into your life, that will come into your life, and all the amazing people that will come into your life, all the amazing experiences you're yet to have, all the amazing lovers and friends and the money and everything that you want that you can't even imagine or conceive of right now, because you're still kind of limiting yourself in your thinking, and you still think that you're not capable of achieving that. But of course you are, and that's what I'm saying to you. You're absolutely capable of achieving it. But you have to begin from these kind of seemingly frustrating first steps. You got to start looking at yourself and loving yourself and accepting yourself and being open to the possibility that there might be things out there waiting for you that you didn't realize you wanted. And your inner being knows much better than your little ego mind knows about what you actually want, right? So allow it to bring that to you. And the way you do that is to align yourself with yourself first. Align the energy first. Be open. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love and appreciate your life. Do your appreciation list. Do your meditation. Do your self-talk in the mirror. And I'm going to talk about those techniques much more in depth in future videos. But for now, just do the things and practice the things that help you become okay with yourself and where you are right now. And from that point, you can jump off into a future and a set of circumstances and possibilities that you can't even imagine right now. So when I say you can attract somebody better, of course you can attract somebody better. But the idea is to remain open to that being a possibility. You just don't know what you're capable of yet. And once you figure it out, you're going to go, oh, shit, really? That's what I was pining for the whole time, when I could have had this instead, or I could have made it better and better and better. So you just don't know yet. So don't limit yourself, right? And I know for a lot of you that's a weird thing to hear right now. Hey, I want that person. I know that's the space you're in right now, but understand and be open to the idea and the fact, as a matter of fact, that you're going to evolve and grow and mature beyond that. You're becoming a master at creating and manifesting in your life, and you're going to see all the things that are possible. You won't want to settle. In a lot of cases, you won't want to settle for what you want right now, because you'll understand much better about what you're capable of, okay? Wow, that all came rushing out like a big stream of water. But I hope that makes sense, and I hope that answers your question. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, and please, again, if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit subscribe right now. And I think a little box should show up here in a moment, too, on the screen. And also, again, if you want my coaching, or you want to leave me a tip, or anything like that, all that stuff is down in the description box. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye-bye.